I recently got an Inhab Energy Monitor system. Until a few weeks ago, I didn't even know such a thing existed, but now I keep finding new ways it can help me make smarter decisions and simplify my life. Installation is easy, but I'll get to that later. Right now, I'm just going to tell you what it does. Basically, Inhab detects and measures how much power is running through a circuit and reports back to you. This will allow you to know what's using electricity and how much. The Inhab system includes an app so that you can monitor everything in real time. It sounds cool and impressive, but you're probably wondering, why would I want to know that? That's what I was wondering when I first heard of it, but now that I've been experimenting with it, I keep coming up with reasons. I'll start with a couple examples from my businesses. There are 2 businesses in my commercial building, and with Inhab, I can apportion electrical costs to each, right down to the penny. And this makes my accountant very happy. I can also set up alerts for when there's an unusual spike in usage, and sometimes those spikes indicate a problem, like when a new guy was letting a vacuum pump run constantly. I also have rental homes, and 2 of my homes share one electrical meter. Before the Inhab solution, I just paid the entire electrical bill because I didn't have a way to fairly split the bill. But now that I've installed the system, I can allocate cost down to the penny to each tenant. Also at that rental property, an Inhab alert revealed a problem. The HVAC system wasn't running at all during a vacancy, and I was able to fix it before any damage was done. Inhab has also revealed things around my home. A couple of years ago, I installed a stock tank pool and was a little concerned about the cost of running a pump daily, but turns out to be no problem. The cost is less than $5 a month. On the other hand, cooling my shop is something I need to be more careful about. That can cost well over $100 a month, and since I sometimes go a few days without using my shop now, I need to be diligent about turning off the AC. And when I forget, I can check the app and see whether the AC is on or off. The same goes for other appliances. I can see whether I remember to turn off the oven or when a load of laundry is done. Now, Inhab sounds really sophisticated, and I suppose it is, but it is amazingly simple to install and use. First, let me show you the main idea. These little sensors clip over a wire, measure the current going through that wire, and then sends that information back to the monitor. Bigger sensors will go over the cables that feed into your panel, and then there are some leads that connect to the power supply for the monitor and to the panel's neutral bar. All of the sensors, I have 16 of them, send information to the monitor, which then sends information to the Inhab app on your phone through the antenna. Right here. If you've done any basic electrical work in the past, then you'll find it no problem. It's easier than installing a 3-way switch as an example. Like I said, installation is easy, but you will have to work inside your panel. So watch some videos on how to safely do that before opening up your panel. The shutoff for my panel is outside, so there is nothing live inside of my panel right now. That probably won't be the case in your panel, so again, make sure you understand how to work safely. When you snap on the sensors, make sure the arrows are pointing towards the breakers. If you get one backwards, it's easy to switch it right around. On double pole breakers like these, put sensors on both wires. Inhab supplies stickers so that you can number the sensors to correspond with the circuit numbers on the main module and the app. The hardest part of my install was snapping on the sensors where space was tight. A couple of times I had to take off one sensor to get another one into a tight spot. In my situation, it was best to install 2 15-amp breakers to supply power to the monitor. There are also a couple wires that go to the neutral bar, and that's it. One of the easiest electrical jobs I've ever done. Okay, so that is the Inhab Energy Monitor, but the Inhab line also includes a couple other problem solvers. Imagine, for example, you'd like to add an EV charging station to your garage, but the incoming power supply to your home can't handle the power demand. The usual solution would be to run in larger cable, upgrade the panel, but that would cost thousands, if not tens of thousands. But the Inhab Load Manager can sidestep that problem. Instead of upgrading your power supply, it monitors, prioritizes, and distributes the power you already have. Basically, whenever you have too much of a demand on it, it can make smart decisions based on the data. It can feed power to some while delaying it to others. An example of this would be if you're cooking dinner at the same time you're trying to charge your vehicle. If it senses an overload, then it can make the smart decision to delay charging the vehicle until you're done with dinner and turn off the oven. Also, you got to check out Inhab's controllable breakers. Like any breakers, they protect a circuit from overloads. And like some breakers, they provide GFCI and AFCI protection, but they go way beyond safety. These breakers communicate with an app, giving you control abilities plus the alerts and information I outlined earlier with the Inhab Energy Monitor. I think what I've shown you is the future of home electrical systems, and I really hope you're as impressed as I am. If you're interested in checking out any of the products or installing them in your home, then check the links down in the description. That's it for this one. I will see you on whatever I'm working on next.